Biden, on The View, takes blame for Trump's win and rejects reports of cognitive decline. The Biden will live in a studio for their first joint post-presidency interview. Former President Joe Biden on ABC's The View on Thursday took responsibility for President Donald Trump's historic return to the White House, but vigorously pushed back on claims of cognitive decline in his final year in office. He's had the worst 100 days any president ever had, Biden said of his Oval Office successor. Biden maintained he would have beaten Trump had he stayed in the race, but when asked, said he's accepted some blame for the election outcome because of voter concerns about border security and the cost of living during his term. I do because took. I was in charge and he won, so I take responsibility, the former president said. Though Biden went on to criticize Trump's role in bringing down a bipartisan border bill and throughout the state of the economy at the end of his term, including investments made in infrastructure and healthcare that he said would boost the country's future. Biden and former First Lady Joe Biden joined the co-hosts live in studio for their first joint interview since leaving the White House. Biden on House loss, disappointed but not surprised. Biden was asked for his reaction to the 2024 election outcome and whether he was surprised when Kamala Harris lost. I was disappointed but not surprised, Biden said. He went on to suggest sexism and racism played a role in her defeat. They went the sexist route. I've never seen quite a successful and consistent campaign undercutting the notion that a woman couldn't lead the country, and a woman of mixed race, he said. I've never seen quite a successful. Biden also attributed the Democratic Party's losses in the 2024 as part of a wider trend across the world. Think about it, liberal democracies are all across America, all across the world, lost last time out. I would think we underestimate the phenomenal negative impact of the COVID had and the pandemic had on people, on attitudes, and on optimism, and on a whole range of things. Biden maintains he would have beaten Trump wasn't a slam dunk. Co-host Alisa Farr Griffin asked Biden if he still believed he would have beaten Trump. Biden said he did. It wasn't a slam dunk, he said, on Trump's win, noting fewer people turned out in this election than in the 2020, and that the margins were fairly close in several of the key battleground states. But let me put this in that way. He's had the worst 100 days any president's ever had, and I would not say honestly it has been his strong point, Biden said.